Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual GMT Master II, reference 116713. You can see and purchase this Rolex GMT on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch, with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this contemporary ceramic bezel Rolex GMT Master II. Now, of course, we saw the first of the modern GMT Master IIs in 2005. First application of the super case to the Rolex GMT Master II. First application of a ceramic bezel, and the inaugural appearance of the green GMT hand and GMT script. This watch followed the next year, and finally we got a steel model in 2008. As rumors swirl at Basel World 2018 of a new GMT generation, or at least a new GMT model for the current generation, it's worth taking a look back. This is a watch that remains contemporary in every respect and reflective of current production. On my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it's easy to wear despite the fact that the super case is larger than its 40 millimeter nominal measurement would suggest. It's 40 millimeters from 9 to 3, not inclusive of the crown or crown guards. Relatively slim, however, at 12 millimeters thick with a rounded bezel and a sloped sapphire. This is an easy watch to wear under a dress cuff, not just the sport jacket, but the shirt sleeve beneath. From lug to lug, the watch measures 48 millimeters, but this has become an increasingly academic measurement with modern Rolex watches, thanks to their solid end links and the unlikely scenario of wearing the watch with anything but the factory bracelet. We can consider the true lug to lug dimension of this watch to be a more robust 50.7 millimeters. Now, it is hefty on the wrist, though it does include gold elements, including solid gold end and center links with a solid gold bezel. It feels considerably heavier, almost like a full gold watch of previous Rolex generations, and that's because modern Rolex super cases, solid end links, milled out clasps, and solid center links are so substantial. Even a steel Rolex today on a full bracelet feels like precious metal watches from other brands. You can see that this is a most upscale Oyster style bracelet. 3 links, solid gold center links, polished flanks, satin shoulders, handsome, tapered, perfectly proportioned. Not every supercase Rolex features a perfect match between bracelet spacing and lug width. In this case, it's absolutely consonant. Now you can see that there is a beautifully milled out and fully finished Rolex Oyster clasp on the bottom with a clamshell closure. You'll also note that it features the long-standing straight-through yellow gold application atop the steel, and internally Rolex's 5mm Easy Link tool-free adjustment system. Moving it in or out amounts to adding or subtracting one removable link. It's an excellent way to expand the bracelet during periods of activity or hot weather, or cinch it down a little bit during periods of inactivity or cold weather. Rolex stamps its cases and it uses its own alloys. The first feature ensures that the case is exceptionally strong, of high quality, and perfectly manufactured. Again, it is expensive to do because of the upfront costs of investing in the equipment, but Rolex has spared no expense to create a relatively simple but immaculately constructed watch. Now, the gold, of course, smelted in Rolex's own foundry. The watch is all Rolex from the dial to the metal used. Now, of course, it is a GMT Master II, so the bezel is bi-directional. What you do is you can essentially offset from the GMT time appropriate to whatever local airport you're flying into. Of course, the GMT Master of the 1950s, designed as a pilot's watch for Pan Am pilots, it was initially a watch with a 12-hour hand and a 24-hour hand that were linked together. The only way to calculate a second time zone was to use the bezel to offset. Today, the caliber 3186 in this watch allows you to set 2 separate time zones independently, and if you do set the 24-hour hand to Greenwich Mean Time, you will be able to offset from it using the bezel to temporarily determine 3 separate time zones. Most folks are simply going to enjoy the handsome quality of the materials, design, and color balance, however. As you can see, gold deposit within the essentially indelible ceramic bezel. This marked, when it debuted in 2005 on the original GMT Master II super case, this marked the end of the beat-up bezel for Rolex pilots' watches. The ceramic effectively is hard as sapphire. It's not going to scratch or scuff. Now, of course, some variants of the Cerachrom bezel are more attractive than others. This one All black, high polished with gold accents, absolutely slays. Now moving into the dial, you can see that it is a gloss black base with all applied and polished solid yellow gold indices featuring robust amounts of Rolex's own super luminova equivalent, so it is a robustly luminescent dial in addition to being handsomely executed. Of course, this generation may as well move the minute hand because the signature green GMT hand is a bit obscured. So and you can see as I pull the crown out to its setting position, the watch does feature hacking seconds. If you want to set the second time zone, you find the intermediate position, and then you can drive the date forward or backwards as you travel across the international date line. Again, the ability to set independently while the movement continues to beat means that you can jump time zones without affecting the precision of the COSC Swiss chronometer caliber inside. Okay? You'll also note that the watch internally features all of the hallmarks of a modern Rolex sports watch caliber. So it features a balance that's both free-sprung and braced on both sides on a balanced bridge. The two features contribute to shock resistance and precision in the face of concussion and vibration. It also features an overcoil hairspring Breguet style so that it has resistance to positionally induced timing deviation or gravitationally induced timing deviation. Of course, you have the second time zone, the hacking feature, the date. The watch also boasting 100-meter water resistance, so though it's a pilot's watch, thanks to the system of seals and the screw and case back, this is a watch that's appropriate for most aquatic activity short of professional diving. Ultimately, the smooth bi-directional winding automatic caliber also includes a 48-hour power reserve, and though a Swiss chronometer, that's a test only of the movement, Rolex does fully case up its movements and then test the entire watch such that it will meet the COSC standards as a fully cased up watch. That's not the case for all brands. Rolex, once again, all about refinement. As we stand on the cusp of a new generation of GMT Master II, it's important to look back at the watch that made the GMT Master II what it is today. You can see and you can purchase this stainless steel and yellow gold two-tone GMT Master II on our website.